So kids, let us start with the exercise 1.2 of this chapter. So now we have gone through all the number sequences, and on the basis of what we have learned, let us do these questions. So again, we are provided with all these sequences which we have done, and the first question says, can you recognize the pattern in each of the sequences in table 1? Okay, so let's go through the sequences and the patterns. So first sequence here, we have all ones, right? And we found out the pattern that the first number is 1 and the subsequent number, means the very next number, is obtained by addition of 0 to the previous term. Means the first number is 1 and the second number, this, is obtained by adding 0 to the first. The next is obtained by adding 0 to the first. So this makes the sequence of all ones. This is your answer number 1. Now, coming to second question. Rewrite each sequence of table 1 in your notebook along with the next 3 terms. We have to write down the next 3 numbers in each sequence, and after each sequence write in your own words what is the rule for forming the numbers in the sequence. Okay, so let us take this answer number 2. It is, we have to rewrite each sequence for the next 3 numbers. So since it is the sequence of all ones, so the next 3 numbers will also be 1, 1 and 1, right? And what is the rule for forming the number in the sequence? So the rule is same, that is, we have to, I'm writing here the rule, it is add 0 to the previous number. Okay, we are adding 0 to the previous number in all ones. Next is the second sequence here, which is counting numbers or the natural numbers. So here we have done that the first number is 1 and the second number is obtained by adding 1 to the previous numbers. Like how we'll get 2? It is 1 plus 1. Then for 3 we will add 1 to the previous number, that is 2. It will become 3. Now 3 plus 1 will become the next number. 4 plus 1 will become the next number, and so on. Right? So I have written the answer number 1 here, that the pattern this is following is that the first number is 1 and the next number is formed by adding 1 to the previous number. We are adding 1 to it, we'll get 2. We'll add 1 to it, we'll get 3. Okay. Now, the second question is, we have to write the next 3 numbers of this sequence. So the next 3 numbers will be 8, 9 and 10. Right? And the rule is add 1 to, we will add 1 to previous number to get next number, right? To get next number. This is simple counting numbers or the natural numbers. Now the C part, which is our odd number sequences. So here what was the pattern? The first number is 1 and the next number is obtained by adding 2 to the previous number. We added 2 to 1, it became 3. We added 3 to 1, it became 4. 2 to 3, it became 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9 and so on. So the pattern here is that the first number is 1 and the next number is formed by adding 2 to the previous number, right? And we have to find the next 3 number of this sequences. So this is 13 plus 2, 15, 15 plus 2, 17, 17 plus 2, 19. This is the first part of this question, and next part is the rule. So kids, what is the rule? It is simple. It is add 2 to the previous number. Add 2 to the previous number to get next number, right? To get next number. So this was the sequence of odd numbers. Next is the sequence of even numbers. So in even numbers again, in the even number sequence, the pattern was the first number is 2 and the next number is obtained by adding 2 to the previous number. 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12 and so on. Right? So this is the first answer, the pattern, that the first number of the sequence is 2 and we get the next number by adding 2 to the previous number. This is the pattern of even numbers. Now, coming to the answer number 2, which is the next three terms. So it will be 14 plus 2, 16, 16 plus 2, 18, 18 plus 2 is 20. And the rule now, rule is add 2 to the previous number to get the next number. To get next number. Okay. Now, we'll go to the next sequence, which is triangular numbers. So, in triangular numbers, what we have is, wait, I'm writing E here. It was 1 plus the position of next. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus, this is second position. This is first. I'm marking the positions first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 1 plus 1 plus the position, next position is 3. 3 plus next position 3 is 6. So this is how we were getting the triangular numbers. So answer 1 is the pattern. It is the first number is 1 and the next number is obtained by addition of previous number and the position of the current number जो आपको निकालना है, current or next number, whatever you can say. Okay, you have to find out 3. So this is at position 2. So this is 1 plus 2. We'll get 3. Now for the next number, we will add this previous number, which is 3, and the position of current number. 3 plus 3 is 6, and we will get the number. This is the pattern, and we have studied it. Now, the second part of this, where we have to find the next three numbers of the sequence. So, let us try to find out here. This is 28. Now, 21 plus 7 is 28. You added this and we'll get this. Now, to 28, these are the three places I'm forming. We have to add 8, 9 and 10 because these are the places. So, 28 plus 28 is 36, right? 36 plus 9 is 45 plus 10 is 45 plus 10 is 55. This is 28 plus 8. This is 36 plus 9. This is 45 plus 10. So we get the next three numbers here. I'm writing it here. 36, 45 and 55. Okay. Now, next is the rule. So the rule is simple. What we have to do is we have to add previous number. We have to add previous number to the position of the number which we have to find out, the of current number. You can say current, you can say next, the number which we actually have to write, which we have to find out, this one. So this is the rule for triangular numbers. Next one we have is square numbers. So what are square numbers? They are square of the positions, or you can also say the square of integers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are integers, they are their squares or the position squares. So this is the pattern I have written here. The term is square of the position on which it is present. This is present at first position, so square of 1, square of 2, square of 3, square of 4, square of 5, square of 6, square of 7, and so on. Or you can also say it is square of the integers. Integers as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are integers, which are also the positions here. So it is same thing. Next is answer number 2. The next numbers. So this is still square of 7. Now we have to find the square of 8, 9 and 10. Square of 8 is 64. Square of 9 is 81. Square of 10 is 100. Okay. And now the pattern. Sorry, the rule. The rule is we have to find the square of the next position or next integer, right? So this is the rule for squares. Coming to the cubes. In cubes, what we have is the cube of the position or the cube of the integers. Again, it is same thing. It is they are present at the position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which are also the integers and the positions. So both holds true. This is same. Next, answer 2, the next position. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is cube of 7, cube of 8, and cube of 9. This will be the answer of this question. And now the rule. Cube of 7 is 7 into 7 into 7. This is 8 into 8 into 8. And this one is 9 into 9 into 9. This we can multiply and find out the numbers. Next is the rule. So rule is find the cube of this is same cube of the position or integer, right? And we know what is cube. It is to the power of 3. We have to multiply that number 3 times. This we have done in the sequences in the last class. Now we have Virahanka numbers, which we know that the first two numbers are 1 and the third number or the next subsequent numbers, they are obtained by adding the previous two numbers. That is, this is 1 and 1, the first two numbers, and then we have third number is sum of the last two numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, and so on, right? So the pattern here is the first two number of this series are 1 and the next number is obtained by adding the previous two numbers. Okay. So this is the pattern. So in this particular question, I am going to find out the next two numbers here. This is 13 plus 21 will give me the next number, which is 3 plus 1, 4, 2 plus 1, 3, 34 is the next number. Then 4 plus 1, 5, 3, 2, 5 is the next number. Then 5 plus 4, 9, 5 plus 3, 8, 89. So these three are the next numbers, the next three numbers of the Virahanka series. Okay, and the rule is take the sum means add of previous two numbers, previous two numbers. They are the Virahanka numbers. Okay. Next one is the power of 2. Power of 2, we all know that this is a series of power of 2. This is 2 to the power 0, 1, 2 to the power 1 is 2, 2 is to power 2 is 4, 2 is to power 3 is 8. This we have done, right? So the pattern here is, it is the sequence of power of 2. It is the sequence of power of 2. Something like this: 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1, 2, 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 4, and so on. Okay. Now, answer number second is the next three terms. Next three terms, this one is 2 raised to the power 6, right? Given to us. So next is 2 raised to the power 7, 2 raised to the power 8, and 2 raised to the power 9. Okay, so kids, here there is no need to multiply this many times. You don't have to multiply 2 this many times. What you can do here is, since we know that in each power there is one multiplication of 2 has been increased. So if you multiply this 64 by 2, you will get the next number here. Okay, see, when I multiplied 1 with 2, I got 2. I multiplied 2 with 2, I got 4. Then 4 into 2 is 8, into 2 is 16, 16 to 2 is 32. Then it is 64, then it will be 128, 256, and so on. Okay, so you can just multiply by 2 to get the next answer, but only in this case, because it is the power of 2. Every number is the power of 2, and that is in a particular series. Okay, this is how you can do here. Now, the rule. What is the rule? In this case, rule is to take it's a sequence of power of 2, and the rule, if you have to find out the number, it is take the power of 2. You have to take the power of 2. Okay, of 2 such that it is position minus 1 for the term, wherever you have to find out. Okay, next is the last one. Last sequence is the power of 3. So again here same thing will follow. This is 3 raised to the power 0. These all is the sequence of power of 3. So 3 raised to the power 2, 3 raised to the power 3, and so on. This we have done. So the pattern it is following is, it is the sequence of power of 3. Right? Now, answer number 2, here we have to find the next numbers. So this is still where? This is 3, 1, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Now you have to find the 7th position. 8th. This is 8th position. So 8th position means 3 raised to the power 8 minus 1, 7. This, and 3 raised to the power 9. These are the values which we have to calculate here. The power of 3 raised to the power 7, 8, and 9, which are nothing. We can again, in this scenario, I can multiply this with 3 to get the next number, then multiply by 3 to get the next number, and so on, because it is the sequence of powers of 3. See, here I have multiplied 1 with 3, I got the next number. Then 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, 9 multiplied by 3 is 27, and so on. It is because it is the power of 3 here. We are multiplying 3, the number of times it is given in the power. So if I multiply one more 3 to it, I will get the next number. Okay. So this is 3 raised to the power 7, 8, and 9, because it is present at these positions, the next positions. Next one is the rule. The rule is calculate or find 3 raised to the power position minus 1. Okay. So in this case, see, it was 5, A6, A7, A8. I had to find A8, A9, and A10. So what I did, it was 3 raised to the power position 8, This is the 8th position, minus 1. So this is the answer. Calculate or just multiply by 3 and get the next answer. So this brings us to the end of this particular exercise, exercise 1.2. And now in the next class, we are going to visualize these number sequences. That means we are going to make certain maybe images, or in the dot form, we are going to see how these numbers can be represented. Okay, so that's all for today's class, and I will see you in the next class.